You were told life has a limit, that time is the ultimate currency that no one can escape. But what if that was a lie? What if the richest, most powerful people in the world weren't just chasing money, influence, or control, but something far greater: immortality, the ability to escape death itself? And while the rest of the world struggles with the next paycheck, the ultra-rich are quietly rewriting the rules of human existence. This isn't science fiction. It's happening right now. Behind closed doors, in hidden laboratories, billionaires are funding secret projects to cheat death, and they're closer than you think to succeeding. They've conquered industries, built trillion-dollar empires, and now they've turned their eyes to the one thing money was never supposed to buy: eternal life. The race for immortality has begun. But here's the real question: will you be a part of it, or will they leave the rest of humanity behind? Welcome to Empire Secrets. For centuries, humans accepted mortality as inevitable. But for the world's wealthiest, inevitability is just another problem to be solved. The ultra-rich aren't searching for mythical fountains of youth. They're engineering biological immortality in laboratories across the globe. Peter Thiel, PayPal co-founder and Silicon Valley's most influential investor, has invested millions into parabiosis research. This controversial process involves injecting young blood into older bodies to reverse aging. While it sounds like something from a gothic horror story, the science behind it is surprisingly robust. Studies have shown that young blood can rejuvenate tissues, enhance cognitive function, and potentially extend lifespan. Thiel isn't just theorizing about the future, he's actively working to reshape it. But he's not alone in this pursuit. Jeff Bezos, the architect of Amazon's global dominance, has quietly become one of the biggest players in the longevity game. Throughout his investment in Altos Labs, he's funding groundbreaking research in cellular reprogramming, a revolutionary technology that could reset human cells to a younger state. Think of it as turning back the biological clock, not just slowing it down. The scientists at Altos Labs believe that they can extend human lifespan by decades, possibly centuries. When you're worth over $100 billion, investing in eternal life is just another business venture. It's the ultimate return on investment. Then there's Google, a company that's evolved far beyond its search engine origins. Through its secretive life extension company, Calico, Google isn't just trying to organize the world's information. It's trying to overcome humanity's oldest limitation. With billions in funding and some of the world's brightest minds, Calico is exploring genetic modifications that could push human lifespans far beyond their natural limits. But living longer isn't the ultimate goal. These visionaries are aiming for something far more ambitious: biological immortality. Scientists are now using CRISPR gene editing technology to rewrite human DNA, targeting the very genes responsible for aging. These breakthroughs are happening in real time, but they're rarely discussed in mainstream media. The question is, why keep such revolutionary advances hidden? Consider cryonics, once dismissed as science fiction fantasy. Today, it's a thriving industry catering to the ultra-wealthy. In secure underground facilities, bodies are being preserved at temperatures approaching absolute zero, waiting for future technologies to reverse death itself. The Alcor Life Extension Foundation has already cryopreserved hundreds of individuals, including prominent scientists and billionaire investors. They're betting on a future where death is merely a temporary state. But what if you could bypass physical immortality altogether? Enter the realm of digital consciousness. Silicon Valley's elite are investing heavily in neural mapping and consciousness transfer technologies. Imagine having your entire mind, memories, personality, consciousness digitized and uploaded to an advanced computing system. In this scenario, biological death becomes irrelevant. Your consciousness could live on indefinitely in digital form, experiencing reality through advanced simulations or robotic avatars. The pursuit of immortality isn't just about money. It's about understanding and manipulating the fundamental processes of life itself. Scientists have identified several key mechanisms of aging: telomere shortening, cellular senescence, mitochondrial dysfunction, and epigenetic alterations. Each of these represents a potential pathway to extended life. Telomeres, the protective caps at the ends of our chromosomes, naturally shorten as we age, but researchers have discovered enzymes that can rebuild these cellular timekeepers. By maintaining telomere length, cells could potentially divide indefinitely, never reaching their built-in expiration date. Cellular senescence, when cells stop dividing and begin releasing harmful inflammatory compounds, is another target. Scientists are developing senolytic drugs that can selectively eliminate these aging cells, potentially reversing some aspects of aging. But the pursuit of immortality raises profound ethical questions. If we conquer death, what happens to the natural cycle of life? What are the psychological implications of living for centuries? And perhaps most importantly, who gets access to these life-extending technologies? The cost of experimental longevity treatments isn't just high, it's astronomical. While billionaires invest in their personal immortality, most of humanity can barely afford basic healthcare. This creates the potential for a new kind of social divide, one based on not just wealth, but on lifespan itself. Imagine a world where the wealthy elite can live for centuries, accumulating more power and resources with each passing decade. What happens to social mobility when the same individuals control wealth and influence for generations? What becomes of innovation when those in power never step aside for new voices and new ideas? The environmental implications of radical life extension are equally challenging. Earth's resources are already strained by our current population. What happens when people stop dying but continue consuming? How many centuries of consumption can our planet sustain? These questions don't seem to trouble the ultra-wealthy, who are already planning private space colonies and resource extraction from other planets. For them, environmental concerns are just another engineering problem to solve. The race for immortality isn't just about individual survival. It's about power, control, and the future of human evolution. While the public debates the ethics, the wealthy are already making their moves. Private research facilities are working around the clock. Breakthrough technologies are being patented and protected. The infrastructure for an immortal elite is being built right now. The rules of existence are being rewritten. The wealthy aren't just hoarding money anymore. They're hoarding time itself. And soon, time may become the most valuable commodity in human history. The questions we face are unprecedented. Should anyone have the right to live forever? Can society survive if death becomes optional for the wealthy? Will the pursuit of immortality unite humanity in a common cause or divide us forever? The first person to achieve immortality may already be alive today. The technology to extend human life indefinitely may already exist in some secret laboratory. The question isn't whether humanity will achieve immortality, it's who will control it, who will have access to it, and what kind of world the immortals will create. When the future arrives, who will be there to see it? Just the billionaires? Or will humanity fight for its place in the next chapter of existence? The clock is ticking. The race for immortality has begun. The question is, which side of history will you be on? Subscribe now to uncover the hidden forces shaping the future of business, technology, and human existence. The truth isn't just stranger than fiction, it's more powerful. Your desire, your empire.